Newly released GoPro footage from the 3rd Assault Brigade showcases Ukrainian troops clearing a small house in Lipsy, near Kharkiv. The video highlights soldiers utilizing a confined space to their advantage, with a single grenade effectively neutralizing enemies in the entire room. The swift and tactical operation demonstrates the fierce urban combat tactics being employed on the front line. In a separate operation in the Donetsk region near Toretsk, soldiers from the Shkval Special Rifle Battalion, alongside pilots of the 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade, engaged in intense combat against several groups of Russian assault troops. The soldiers reported that battles erupted for nearly every building, with enemies potentially hiding behind every window and in basements. The enemy groups were first driven out of their positions and then cornered and eliminated, the soldier stated, noting that some Russian forces chose to surrender as their situation became increasingly dire. Drone footage from Ukrainian sources captured a Russian turtle tank attempting to breach a minefield near Lyman. The vehicle's mission was to clear a path for an advancing assault, but it was halted before making significant progress. This incident underscores the pressing need for NATO forces to develop extensive mine clearance capabilities, especially as the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian conflict has revealed the enduring legacy of Soviet landmine warfare tactics employed by both Russian and Ukrainian forces. Additionally, the 46th Separate Mobile Brigade successfully repelled an enemy assault, destroying 26 units of Russian equipment. During the attack, the enemy deployed a total of 52 pieces of equipment, including tanks, armored personnel carriers, and infantry fighting vehicles. Ukrainian paratroopers utilized artillery fire and FPV drones, ultimately clearing out Russian infantry from their positions. Reports indicate that the defenders even resorted to using a termite mixture to eliminate enemy stormtroopers from their hideouts, as confirmed by Doco Defense. Over the past 24 hours, Ukraine has faced 187 combat clashes, with the most intense fighting occurring on the Pokrovsk front. Ukrainian forces successfully repelled 78 Russian assaults, according to the General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces. In the south, combat also raged in Zaporizhia Oblast, where Ukrainian intelligence expects an increase in Russian attacks. Russian forces launched 16 airstrikes and dropped 19 guided bombs across the battlefield. Ukraine's defense forces have inflicted heavy losses on the Russian military, reportedly killing or wounding 1,370 Russian soldiers, destroying 58 artillery systems, 48 armored vehicles, and 21 tanks. Despite relentless Russian assaults, the city of Vuhledar in Donetsk remains under Ukrainian control, according to a statement from Ukraine's 72nd Mechanized Brigade. Intense fighting also continues near the settlements of Robotyne and Novoandriivka, as well as on the Dnipro River Islands in the southern front. The Russian military continues using reconnaissance by combat tactics, deploying small assault groups of 5 to 10 soldiers, while airstrikes, artillery, and kamikaze drones have been extensively employed. Fighting continues to escalate in Russia's Kursk Oblast, where Ukrainian forces have been active. Reports indicate that the Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, has deployed special operations forces, including the elite Alpha and Vimpel groups, to target Ukrainian sabotage units. However, sources close to the Russian military have highlighted the lack of coordination between FSB units and regular Russian forces, a factor hindering effective response to Ukrainian operations in the region. Russian President Vladimir Putin previously tasked the FSB with leading counterterrorism operations in the Kursk, Belgorod, and Bryansk regions. However, overlapping responsibilities between the FSB, the Russian Ministry of Defense, and the National Guard have reportedly led to confusion and disjointed efforts. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has met with U.S. President Joe Biden at the White House to present his victory plan. During Zelensky's visit, President Biden announced a significant increase in security assistance for Ukraine, pledging nearly $8 billion for military aid, including advanced Patriot and GSO aerial bombs. Additionally, the U.S. committed to a $375 million package in further military support. On the morning of September 27, Russia deployed 3 warships on combat duty in the Black Sea, 2 of which are equipped with Caliber cruise missiles, according to the Ukrainian Navy. These vessels are capable of launching a combined salvo of up to 8 Caliber missiles. The Ukrainian military also reported the presence of a Russian missile carrier in the Mediterranean Sea, capable of launching up to 16 Caliber missiles. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian Navy highlighted Russia's continued violation of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea by turning off its automatic identification systems (AIS), further escalating tensions in the region. The United Kingdom has confirmed plans to send an additional batch of S-90 self-propelled artillery systems to Ukraine. 6 more units are scheduled for delivery in the coming weeks, adding to the 10 already supplied. British officials emphasized the crucial role artillery has played in Ukraine's defense, providing cover for ground forces and neutralizing key Russian targets. Keir Starmer's government had initially pledged to supply 12 S-90 units within 100 days of taking office, but this commitment has now been expanded to 16 units.